So I'm doing my makeup for another video, and I decided that I don't know why this story came to my mind, and I decided that I want to share it while I finished my makeup. I'm gonna tell you guys about the time I had a crush revealing fail in college. You know how a lot of times you see the movies where people have been yearning after this longtime crush forever. And they finally tell them, and then the crush is like, really? I love you too. Or they start to think, like, man, I could love this person. Look at how great they are because I've been overlooking them for whatever reason. And then they skip off into love, right? But what if, so this was my senior year of college. Um, I'm gonna leave names out because it's funner that way. I mean, I love that this is like 12 years later, so and we're still friends. I'm gonna just spoiler alert. The guy and I are still friends. We're not in a relationship, clearly. But anywho, so I had this friend who was a good friend. And now, if you know me, I'm a girl's girl. I've always been a girl's, meaning I have mostly women friends. I've always had girlfriends and a select few male friends. And so this is one of my close male friends. I'm gonna call him. I'm not good at the nicknames. I'm gonna like try to accidentally. I mean, again, I don't care. He and I have laughed about this moment after the painful parts. But I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Tony, and there's a reason that I'm gonna call him Tony, but it ain't important to y'all. I'm gonna call him Tony. So Tony um was a good friend of mine. We had hung out. Tony and I stayed on campus over the summer after our sophomore year. He was always a person I could like call in the clutch when something was going on. My first week of working in the summer after our sophomore year of college, the person who was my ride at the time, I did not know how to drive, was off. And we went to school where we lived in Nashville, and I interned at the corporate office of Cracker Barrel, which was in, I can't even think of the city that it's in, but it was like 45 minutes away. Like one way is 45 minutes. And so if my coworker, my other friend did not come, I had no ride. And I remember just like thinking like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this my first week. He didn't tell me till like the day before. And I told Tony, and Tony was like, no problem, I got you. Rearranged his schedule to take me to work, pick me up after work, take me to get something to eat. Like my friend Tony was a good friend. And Tony and I were just friends. And Tony had a girlfriend at the time, and that's why I'm calling him Tony. Anyway, that's not important to y'all. So Tony had a girlfriend at the time. She was cool. I had a few classes with her. She and I were not friends. I wasn't her biggest fan, but Tony liked her. So here we are. And I remember Tony coming to my room because he was not staying on campus. And he was just like, Donna needs to talk to you. Like, this girl's crazy, blah, blah. So him and her were going through some stuff. He really came to me and he was just like, I don't know what's going on. Now, at this time, I had been having some little flutteries about Tony, but I was really like, I am not going to ruin our friendship. Tony and I are just friends. But he had a propensity for dealing with crazy women, and I didn't understand. I was just like, Tony, what you doing, boo? Why are you doing this? Also, why are you doing this when I right here? But whatever. So Tony was just like literally in tears about this girl and all the crazy. She had did some crazy stuff about it. And I never forget, he was literally laying in my lap, like really upset. And I'm just like, you deserve better. Woo, woo, woo. And he said to me, man, I don't know. I just need someone like who really cares about me, someone who I have a good time with, somebody who, he was like, I need someone, like you. I mean, not you, but like you. I can laugh at this now, but when you talk about face crack, I was like, yeah, I'll put a knife in your ear canal. But I was just like, mhm. So we fast forward, right? We go through our junior year. He goes through the things with the girl. They end up breaking up. I think he had a whole nother girlfriend. And we fast forward to our senior year. And I at this point, I've dated other people. I talked to people, but Tony and I still tight. And I just really like, I was writing poetry about him, y'all. It was so, and all my friends were just like, girl, tell him. You need to tell him. And I was like, no, y'all, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, da 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 da. And they were just like, I mean, my girls just gassing me, like, you could do it. They see us together, so they're like, y'all, it could work. You guys are so cute together. You guys are such good friends. Because they've been watching the same movies I've been watching. So they're just like hyping me up, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So one day I text Tony and I say, hey, what you doing? Da, 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 da. And he's just like, and he didn't live on campus. And he was just like, actually, I'm going to be on campus and, however many minutes I got to do this. What's up? I said, oh, after you finish, can you come over? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he did whatever he had to do. He comes to my room and we're sitting there and we're just talking whatever. He's just like, what's going on? Like, he didn't think anything of it because it's not like we didn't hang out before. But I think he could sense like something was going on. So he was just like, Don, what is wrong? Like, what's going on? And I was just like, I need to tell you something. And I never forget, y'all, because I had a room to myself. And I had put my twin beds in the dorm room together to make a big king size bed. I had I had this, everybody loved my room. I had satin sheets. Y'all thought I was doing something. And I never forgot, I was sitting on the head of the bed with like two pillows on my lap, like squeezing them for dear life. And he sitting on the edge of the bed at the foot of the bed, but like, so like our knees, because he's fairly tall. So he's just like looking at me and y'all, I almost pissed myself. At this point, I was just like, girl, what are you doing? What? Don't do it. Don't do it. But I can just hear my girls like, yeah, you guys are going to be in love. It's going to be great. So I did, I don't know. Okay. I honestly think that, oh, duh. I read him the poem that I wrote for him. So I read this poem to him and he was like, wow. And I was just like, Tony, you know, I have these feelings for you. I really like you. Like, I don't know how you feel about me. Da, 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 da. I went full on Meredith Grey from Grey's Anatomy when, she was trying to tell Derek to leave Addison.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
And he looked at me and he was like, he held my hand and I was like, oh my God, it's about to happen. And he was just like, man, I love you. And you're just such a great friend. And I love our friendship. And I was like, I just wanted to tell you because I wanted to get it off my chest. It's not that I want anything to happen. I just wanted us to, I wanted to sell the things to you, and that's okay. So I told you the things, but don't worry about it. Don't be awkward. Don't be weird. Y'all, I think this was probably like our last month of college. I think I avoided him up until like graduation day or until like right before, like, we were going to all the parties because I was just he left my room and I cried. And then I called my friends and I said, "Y'all stupid. Y'all let me I cannot believe you guys let me do it." It was so funny. And it's only funny. It's funnier now because maybe again, he and I mean, we didn't talk as regularly because graduation, he stayed in Nashville, I moved back to Chicago, but we still communicated, social media. So, we did that. And it was maybe, I want to say 5 years ago at one of our homecomings. I, people were just like, y'all are so cute together. And I remember looking at him and being like, no, because I'm not his type. He wants girls not like me, but not me. He's like, what? And I pulled him aside and I said, I know you don't remember saying this, and this probably meant nothing to you. But the summer after our sophomore year of college, you said that, and I told him the whole scenario. He was like, I did not. And I was like, you did. He said, I would never. I said, but you would. He said, I said, "See, yeah, it was insignificant. You wouldn't remember something like that. Me, a whole me remembers that because heartbreak makes crack." He was like, man, I'm so sorry. I said, you don't need to apologize for something from 2006. And at this point, I want to say, at this point, it's like 2016. So I was like, you don't need to apologize for it. It's just funny, So sometimes I like to mess with him now, even though, he is doing his thing. I think he might be in a relationship now. I mean, I'm in a happy, loving relationship. But it's so funny because, like, I just like to mess with him sometimes and be like, hey, remember that time you broke my heart? So I didn't do no makeup while I was talking. I just was talking. Well, you got a story.